Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be setting up my new bullet journal for the second half of the year, and since it is my first year bullet journaling, I kind of wanted to try out some different bullet journals. So my new one is from shop AmandaRachLee. As I'm sure a lot of you guys are, I am also a little doodle, and Amanda's videos are actually part of the reason I wanted to start bullet journaling, so I feel super excited to be planning in the bullet journal that she designed. So to start out with, I just wrote my name where it says this book belongs to, and that was actually really satisfying to do. Last time I named my bullet journal, but I don't really have a name for this one yet. If you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And also, if you want to see the last video, I will have it in the cards, and I will also have the link down below in the description as well. But yeah, after that, I just added my grid spacing guide, and this was honestly super helpful in my last bullet journal, so I decided to add it to this one as well. Basically, it's just a page that helps you with spacing and things. Like, I added where the center of the page was, and also splitting the page into 3s and 4s, because usually that's what I need for my spreads, but definitely you can change it to whatever you need and also whatever you want. After that, I just used my Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip pen to do some lettering. I actually really like using this pen for bullet journaling just because it's kind of like multi-purposeful. Like, you can use it for calligraphy, and you can also use it as kind of like a thicker fine liner since the tip is also quite hard. So yeah, this is a great pen for those who are also wanting to learn calligraphy. It was actually the pen I also used to learn calligraphy, and I just found it super helpful since it gave me lots of control. And of course, since this is also Amanda's washi tape collection, I had to use it in the bullet journal as well. And this one was actually, I think, the same set color as my bullet journal, so it kind of matched, which I really liked. So yeah. Moving on to the quote page, for this bullet journal, I chose the quote, "Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together," which I just love. And this quote is also kind of particularly impactful for me as well, just because there was like this one instant that just came to my mind when I first read this quote. Like, you know, sometimes it's really easy to just focus on the negative things, and one of my best friends and, well, only friends at the time, moved schools, which was just kind of like super scary for me, especially because it was also the time where I just moved schools and everything was still kind of quite new and unfamiliar. And not that I'm happy she moved schools, but it was kind of actually because of that I met more friends, and also one of my closest friends who I talk to now like practically every night, where we just basically procrastinate together. But yeah, this quote is kind of just really meaningful, and I think it's just kind of a nice reminder for tough times. After that, I just felt like the lettering kind of was missing something and it was slightly boring, so I went over the top with the Sakura white jelly roll pen and just kind of added like highlight things on top. This is honestly the best white gel pen I've ever used, so I would definitely recommend that if you're looking for a white gel pen. Moving on, I have my kind of calendar, a year at a glance kind of page, but instead of it being from January to December, I just added July to December, just because I find that I probably won't be looking at January to June, not July, June anyways. And also I don't really look at this page that much, but I think it's just like a nice page to have because sometimes I do refer to it, so it's just kind of nice for those instances where I do want to refer to it to have this page. But yeah, other than that, I don't really use this page that much. Also, I just have to say, it's actually really satisfying when you watch the fast forwarded version of yourself coloring things in, and then like it just, I don't know, it's really satisfying. Sorry for the really bad lighting here. Like it was when I was filming it, like the sun was coming in and then like going behind clouds and then coming back out and then going behind clouds, and like when I was filming this I was like, oh no, like when I speed this up it's gonna look so bad because it's just gonna, like, even sitting down when I was filming it was already like blatantly obvious that the sun was going like away and then coming back and then going away and then coming back, and then I was like, oh no, like when I speed this up it's just gonna be like bright dark, and it was just, yeah, sorry about that. But like the rest of the video is kind of all like that, which is really annoying. But there are some parts where the lighting is still consistent, like currently, but then it's about to go on a roller coaster again sometime later, so yeah. The pen I'm using now, which is the Pentel Sign Pen, is another one of my favorites for calligraphy. Actually, I think I have a video on different calligraphy pens and things. I will have that in the cards now if I do, but I know this was definitely in my last video, which was stationery favorites, and I'll have that in the description below if you want to watch that as well. But yeah, this one is great for beginners as well, and I find this is actually a lot easier to use than the Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip once you kind of know how to do calligraphy, just because the tips are more flexible, so it allows you to do line variations more easily. So on this page I just have a reflect and refresh, and basically it's kind of like my goals page that I had in my last bullet journal, except this time instead of it being in, like, I think last time was in boxes or something, this time I just made it into, I don't know, I guess a list type of form thing. But yeah, I actually find these pages really interesting, especially when you read back on the things that you wrote and you, like, I don't know, I just find it really interesting that, like, reading back the things that you wrote or the things that you wanted to achieve, and then seeing from where you are now whether you have actually achieved them or whether it's still a goal that you want to continue. But I think goal setting is a pretty important thing to have because it gives you a sense of direction. So yeah, I decided to include that in this journal. So the next two pages are my YouTube video ideas and my Instagram post ideas, and these were super helpful to have in my last bullet journal, so obviously I had to include them in this one as well. But last time I only had them as half pages and that definitely wasn't enough space, so for this time they're both one full page each. Before we get into the final flip through, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and also turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on my next video. Also, my July plan with me will be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!